Kyle grills Sienna, Phyllis Purrs, Victoria and Nikki land in Los Angeles. According to The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, October 29th, a lot of GC is in Los Angeles, so we can expect some intense action in the West. To begin, Melody Thomas Scott's Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman will soon arrive, and Michael Mealer's Kyle Abbott will continue to question Sienna Bacall. LA is the ideal location. By questioning Sienna about Audra Charles' past, reticent Sienna, fans will see Kyle try his luck once more. Sienna gave the impression that she had something for Kyle, but is she just trying to get rid of the pest or is she conniving? Kyle hopes to score a lot because Audra is such a big problem for him. Although hopeful Kyle tries his best to enchant Sienna, how can he be sure that her responses are genuine? He also receives a text message from his father, Jack Abbott, in which he informs him that he is required to return to GC. Will Kyle calculate sensitive data? Victor Newman, a wise man, says that Victoria and Nikki are going to Los Angeles. Sharon and Nick Newman are distraught because Noah Newman is in a coma and the situation is dire. Nikki and Victoria want to be there for them, but Victoria also has a bigger plan. She doesn't want her inexperienced daughter to end up with a stranger thousands of miles away. Numerous GC characters end up in Claire Newman, who was taken to the West Coast by the enigmatic Holden Novak, worries Victoria. Victoria, the mama bear, doesn't believe him and wants to defend the grown woman in Newman Enterprises' C-suite. It would appear that her trust does not extend to Claire's private life. At the hotel cafe, Victoria and Claire soon engage in heated conversation. Claire is thrilled about Holden and Kyle by Victoria. Victoria told Kyle where she was, but Kyle also showed Claire a different side when he begged for her return. What does Claire hear from Victoria? After stealing Kane Ashby's AI program, Phyllis Summers has her work cut out for her. Phyllis believes that Victor will do her dirty work if she sells the program to him. Has she met the man? Volcanic The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Phyllis believes she is safe, so there are many possible outcomes. Catch up on everything that's going on with The Young and the Restless right now by watching it all again. Get comfy and gain access to the best soap information available online by checking back frequently for the most recent Y&R news, spoilers, and update. For Genoa City's residents, the City of Angels has rarely felt as perilous as it has under the sun-drenched skies of Los Angeles. Los Angeles has always promised glamour, danger, and second chances. The Young and the Restless episode that airs on Wednesday, October 29th unfolds like a tightly wound spring, full of ambition, betrayal, tension, and the intensity that is characteristic of the Newman family. The action moves beyond familiar ground as a large portion of Genoa City is temporarily relocated to Los Angeles, igniting old rivalries and forming new alliances in the glistening California light. A trio of intertwined plotlines, Phyllis Summers' scheming, Victoria and Nikki Newman's safeguarding mission, and Kyle Abbott's unwavering pursuit of the truth are at the heart of this episode. The characters' willingness to go to any lengths to safeguard their power, pride, and family are vividly depicted in each thread, which is filled with emotional stakes and calculated maneuvering. Phyllis Summers, purring with power and peril. Phyllis Summers has a long history of being an expert manipulator. She is a woman who thrives in chaos but always manages to get back on her feet. In this episode, she's once again playing with fire. Having stolen Kane Ashby's artificial intelligence program, Phyllis believes she's found a shortcut to redemption, success, and maybe even revenge. Her plan is deceptively simple: sell the program to Victor Newman and let him handle the fallout. However, anyone who knows Victor is aware that he does not use the word simple in his vocabulary. The business tycoon has made a career out of making business dealings look like chess matches. Phyllis appears to be blinded by her own self-confidence and believes she can manipulate Victor, a mistake that nearly everyone who has attempted before will make. She smiles faintly at her lips as she closes the deal. She views this as retribution, not just business. She is sick of being undervalued, ignored, or dismissed. Every click of her keyboard and every forged signature represents a rebellion against the world that once humiliated her. Yet beneath her polished poise, cracks begin to form. She is aware, in part, that she has just given Victor Newman a loaded weapon that has the potential to kill her if he discovers her deception. Ironically, Victor may already be 5 steps ahead of Phyllis, despite the fact that Phyllis believes she is using Victor to do her dirty work. For a man of his caliber, no act of theft or betrayal goes unpunished. The issue is not whether Phyllis will pay for her arrogance, but rather when and how severely. Mother and daughter on a mission, Victoria and Nikki Newman. Meanwhile, on a private jet slicing through the skies toward LA, Victoria Newman and her mother Nikki share a mission that's as personal as it is urgent. The devastation caused by Noah Newman's coma has shook the entire family. Nikki, the family patriarch, feels a moral obligation to be there for Sharon and Nick, who are devastated. However, Victoria's intentions are not quite as pure. While she, too, is heartbroken over Noah's condition, her mind is preoccupied with another concern: her daughter Claire Newman. Claire, a rising executive at Newman Enterprises, has been seduced by Holden Novak, a mysterious individual whose charm hides a potentially perilous mystery. Victoria's protective instincts kick in like wildfire. She is used to analyzing threats, reading contracts, and taking calculated risks because she is the CEO. But as a mother, she's vulnerable, raw with fear that her daughter is being manipulated. She is volatile, unpredictable, and formidable because of the combination. The two immediately exude power when their plane lands in Los Angeles. Nikki, regal yet weary, carries decades of family trauma like a shadow. Victoria, sharp and unrelenting, hides her emotional turmoil behind corporate poise. Together, they are the embodiment of the Newman legacy: beauty, intelligence, and unshakable resolve wrapped in a web of dysfunction. Victoria finally approaches Claire for a talk at the hotel cafe. The conversation starts softly, polite smiles, tentative questions, but it quickly turns intense. Victoria probes Claire about her relationship with Holden, her recent choices, and the mysterious role Kyle Abbott has played in her life. Despite her respect, Claire is no longer the innocent teenager whose mother once protected her. Victoria's need for control is challenged when she responds confidently. Their dialogue is electric, filled with the layered tension that defines mother-daughter relationships on soaps: love laced with judgment, concern disguised as interrogation, and independence mistaken for rebellion. Victoria's deeper insecurities surface as the conversation progresses. Beneath her tough exterior, she's haunted by her own romantic mistakes, the betrayals, the manipulations, the men who left her questioning her worth. Seeing Claire take risks with Holden dredges up those old wounds. Is she attempting to rewrite her own history through her daughter, or is she attempting to save her? Kyle Abbott, playing detective in the City of Angels. Kyle Abbott makes his way through Los Angeles like a man on a mission while the Newmans deal with family tension. Sienna Bacall, a woman as mysterious as the city itself, was his target. Rumors swirl that Sienna holds crucial information about Audra Charles, Kyle's greatest nemesis at the moment. Audra has tormented Kyle both professionally and personally, and if there's even a chance that Sienna can help him expose her secrets, he'll take it. But Sienna is not easily swayed. She is reserved, poised, and dangerously intelligent, the kind of woman who can effortlessly sway a conversation in her favor. Their encounter plays out like a cat-and-mouse game. Kyle leans in with charm and persistence, but Sienna parries every question with cryptic answers. She gives the impression that she has something for him, but her tone is ambiguous. Is she offering a lead, or is she baiting him into a trap? When Kyle receives a text from Jack Abbott, his father, the tension grows. Jack's message is terse and urgent: he needs Kyle back in Genoa City immediately. For a moment, Kyle hesitates. He is driven in one direction by his loyalty to his family, but he is also driven in another direction by his obsession with locating Audra's secrets. The core of Kyle's character can be seen at this crossroads, torn between duty and desire, family and ambition. He's always chasing validation from Jack, from his exes, from the corporate world. Yet every time he gets close to victory, he risks losing a piece of himself. Sienna smiles softly as the scene comes to a close. Whether it's amusement or malice remains to be seen. Kyle, on the other hand, is clearly in over his head. The game she's playing is one he doesn't yet understand. Los Angeles, the character of a city. This episode relies heavily on the setting itself. LA is more than just a setting, it is a mirror that shows the inner state of each character. It is a city of opportunity and deceit for Phyllis, a battleground for family control for Victoria and Nikki, a maze of secrets and seduction for Kyle. False glamour permeates the opulent hotels, sunlit cafes, and corporate boardrooms. Ambition, betrayal, and a dangerous kind of freedom lie beneath the surface. The characters who come to LA are all seeking something: redemption, power, truth, but the city has a way of giving them the opposite. Billy punches Adam, Chelsea's horror and Kane's warning. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 28 reveal that Billy Abbott clashes with Adam Newman and Jack Abbott, Peter. A secret message reaches Bergman. Billy revels in Adam's ability to pique his interest. Therefore, Billy's fury grows as Adam needles his opponent in the episode on Tuesday. Billy gets to the point where he can't control his rage and flattens Adam with one punch. That is, indeed, the Nepo baby who was positioned there by another Nepo baby. Mad abilities, Billy punches Adam. Chelsea Lawson arrives just in time to see her ex-BF beat her current BF. As the men attempt to defend themselves and Chelsea attempts to restore order, accusations and justifications quickly fly. Billy has no ill will toward Chelsea and could claim that she is Victor Newman's nincompoop. Chelsea is employed by Victor, so she has role to fulfill whether Billy Boy likes it or not. Plus, her entrenchment into the Newman fam grows stronger as her love for Adam expands. Billy will recognize that he is outnumbered if he is smart. Victor's major risk. Phyllis Summers tells Victor about stealing Kane Ashby's AI program and suggests he buy it. However, neither is as shaded as an elm tree. They make the decision to come to an agreement, but because neither of them is particularly trustworthy, it comes with restrictions. Phyllis and Victor ultimately decide to conduct business and have high hopes for the outcome for both of them. What might go wrong? Jack gets a mysterious message. Jack receives a strange message somewhere else. Is Kyle Abbott open about what he's doing in Los Angeles? Or maybe Kane Ashby wants to meet. We know that Kane brings important updates to the Abbott mansion, so he might send Jack an odd message beforehand. Kane arrives to warn Diane Jenkins Abbott and Jack that the AI program has gone out of control. As a result, Victor and Phyllis' names are mentioned and questions about the identity of the thief arise. What do you think Victor does first with his ill-gotten AI booty? Catch up on everything that's going on with the Young and the Restless right now by watching it all again. Get comfy and gain access to the best soap information available online by checking back frequently for the most recent Y&R news, updates, and spoilers.